Local 3 News.
Good morning. So nice to see you. How many times have you walked outside today and come back in and said, "Whew, man, it's hot out there"? It's summer in Chattanooga. Lucky for us, Sean Phipps is here with Chattanooga Tourism Company to give us some cool things to do. So good
bring
to see
the
you.
cool, right?
Bring the cool.
Yeah.
If you can find it, please let me know where to find it.
I know it's miserable hot out there, but we expected this, right?
We kind of know, we can look at the calendar and know what's going to come. So my kids are grown. The days of "Mom, I'm bored" have kind of come to an end, but I remember them, Sean. Summertime's here, and within like a week, the kids come home and go, "I'm bored."
I know, right?
You can't be bored in Chattanooga.
Well, I think kids being bored is a good thing. Like, let them sit in it for a little while, but you can't do it all summer. And so Chattanooga has this kind of great, opportunity to just get outside a little bit. And yeah, it's hot, right? But here's one thing that we have that a lot of other places don't have is we have access to water. And that's our biggest asset in Chattanooga, access to nature. There's nature for everybody. You could sit on a bank with a piece of hay in your mouth and a rocking chair and watch the river go by, and then someone's hang gliding
right
over the top. So there's so much of a spectrum in terms of like access to nature, and summer is really one of the best times to access it.
So we've been traveling some for 3+U, and we were up Dade County way, up Cloudland Canyon.
Oh, it's gorgeous up there.
Beautiful up there, and it's amazing what happens just with that little bit of elevation and the temperature. It was very pleasant.
We have mountains. That's right. If you stay in the city, it's going to be hot. It's a city. Chattanooga is a bowl geographically.
Right.
The heat doesn't go anywhere. But if you go up towards Lookout, if you go up on Signal over to Raccoon, if you go to Lula Lake, those places down into Dade County, you can really get out and then you can breathe a little bit. It's not so stuffy. The humidity really sits in the center of the city.
Something else that you said, and I bet you hear this a lot when you're traveling the country, inviting people to come to Chattanooga, but you mentioned on the riverbank with the piece of long grass and to chew on. There's so much you can do here that's free. Even Coolidge Park, I mean, that fountain there at Coolidge Park was our safety when our kids were growing up. I'd meet other moms there, $3 in the carousel, and you're having a good day.
I mean, it's so inexpensive, and it's that's another one of Chattanooga's great things is that, and it's always been the case, is that we've been affordable. We are an affordable city. Housing prices are one thing, but actual things to do, you can go get a picnic, have it in the park, enjoy the fountain, go to the steps at the Passage, go to the Aquarium Plaza, dip your toes in the water there, learn about history. There's so many different things you can do in the city, and then just outside of the city, there are attractions that you can go in and get your air conditioning.
Okay, yeah, I was going to mention the history. I was going to lead into this with the history, but the attraction side too. We were the original spot for tow trucks, right?
1916. Yes, Ernest Holmes created and invented the tow truck right here in Chattanooga, and now we have a whole museum that honors that creation and everything that came after.
So part of what they do at Chattanooga Tourism, obviously, is they encourage people to come here. They can't travel to all those destinations, so they give them these wonderful videos online. People can go online and see what's appealing in Chattanooga, which is everything.
Oh, wow.
But here is one of the ones that they did on the Towing and Recovery Museum. Does I say it right?
That's close enough.
Hey Sean, what's up?
Hey Donna. Yeah, I'm gonna be late to the shoot. There's been a breakdown.
Emotionally?
No, not emotionally. My car broke down.
Well, you'll never guess who the spotlight is on.
Who? Welcome to the CHA Spotlight. Today, we're at the amazing International Towing and Recovery Museum right here in Chattanooga. Why is there an International Towing and Recovery Museum in Chattanooga, you might ask? Well, it's because the tow truck was invented here in 1916 by Ernest Holmes Sr. And all of the other tow trucks that have ever been invented since, you can see examples of them here.
Here in the museum on display, we have everything from a replica of the original Holmes 1913 vehicle to the military W-45, which was actually manufactured here in Chattanooga and sent over to war in France. We were able to recover one, bring it back over, piece it back together, and rebuild it. Our towing museum is multifaceted for sure. Of course, we take immense pride in our collection here. We have over 24 vehicles on display, but little known facts, we're also the home of the only industry Hall of Fame. So we have an entire wall recognizing those in our industry that have made significant contributions, inventions, innovations to our industry as a whole.
Sure, there are a lot of tow trucks here, but when you visit the Towing and Recovery Museum, you're going to learn more about the history, and especially those who gave their lives serving the towing industry.
You know, towing's one of those things that people don't really think about until they absolutely need it, and when you need it, you really need it. And sometimes it's a good situation, sometimes it's a bad situation, but at the end of the day, you know, these tow operators really are roadside heroes.
This is the CHA Spotlight at visitchattanooga.com.
That is just
How much fun is that?
I mean,
just
you get to
hang out.
discover new things about our town every time you go to work.
I love going and just like hanging out at tow truck museums for a day. That's what a fun job.
That's one of those things, like, you know, the road trips that you would take where you'd say, oh, we have to pull over in this town, Dad, because we want to take our picture with the giant worm or whatever.
Or in South Pittsburgh with the world's giant cast iron skillet.
Yeah. But you know, people think, who knew that the tow truck began in Chattanooga, and they don't believe it.
It's such a fun little thing to do here, and in addition to all of the things you expect to do, like Ruby Falls and Rock City and the Incline and the aquarium. Yeah, go to the Towing and Recovery Museum.
Okay, it is the Chattanooga Tourism Company.
Yes.
So do you focus only on Chattanooga, or do you branch out into Hamilton
So
County?
we are absolutely promoting everything in Hamilton County, and so, you know, you think of Soddy Daisy, you think of Collegedale, you think of everything kind of happening in the county. Chattanooga specifically is a lot of times where most people come to stay in hotels. It's where most of our hotel visits are here, and kind of the Hamilton Place area, East Ridge. And so when people come and visit, they stay in those hotels, but no, absolutely, they branch out all over the county and beyond to do things, especially some of those outdoor activities we were talking about.
For anybody who's a local
Yeah.
and is thinking, you know, I don't really get downtown that much anymore, could they reach out to y'all or go on your website and find out too about just different businesses that are here?
You know, one of the things that we do is visit Chattanooga.com. The first thing when you go onto the website is things to do. Click on things to do, and we keep that updated almost daily. We hear of a new business. We just learned there was a new professional softball team in town, so we're adding those events to it. So that's our job, is to stay on kind of the pulse of what's happening.
Well, I know you have things to do because you have to leave here and go over to Bluffview.
We're going to go record another one of these,
Which
in
is
Bluffview
a great
today.
spot if you never go over to Bluffview. But here's where you can always learn more. That website that Sean mentioned, visitchattanooga.com. Get out, take advantage of all of the sites around the area. So many of them are free, all of them are scenic, and go pay a visit at the International Towing and Recovery Museum. I get in today.
Yeah, me too.
Do you really know what you're getting when you buy bagged planting mix? Visit Winwood Bulk to learn how our locally made black gold mix can make your garden healthy and beautiful. Do what the pros do and go where the pros go.
Salma's is wonderful. We enjoy the family atmosphere that we get, great prices, wonderful value.
They're custom, they're different, and the pricing is excellent because he's always working within the budget.
At Regions, we believe everyone can be good with money. Like Regina, a Regions Green Print plan is giving her a path to be good with money and open